Hey y'all, come on in the room, honey. Come on in the room. Hey, come on in the room, honey. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, honey. Tonight's gonna be recapping Bell Collector with Miss Millichun and J.Evans. Let me bring them on up here. About to have a good old fun time recapping this show and the season finale. Hey, love.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, how are y'all?
Good.
Are you excited about tonight?
Hold on, let me get myself together.
Hold on, let me flip my stuff.
Why can't I too much light?
Bam.
Hello, fellas, how y'all doing?
Fine, how y'all doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Doing well.
Hey, Millichun. What's up, King?
I'm
What's
ready.
up?
I am ready. Let's go.
Ooh, it's been a season. It's been a season.
A good season.
I hear some echo wind. You hear the echo?
Why are we echoing? Hold on. Okay. Maybe that's better. I don't know. But yeah. I got enough.
Come on, no. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You too.
Come on, no. So we're gonna recap the season finale of their collective. Break that down real quick, and then we're gonna talk about the season as a whole. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Aviva. So it started out with like what did y'all think about? I think what stood out to me the most that I have a problem with, the biggest problem I have is Tambra.
Hold on, Millichun. What you know where the echo coming from?
I don't know what's going on.
It's bad. Like we hear it like really bad.
It's real bad. Why is it? Hold on.
Do you have earbuds?
Hold on, let me go get that. Okay, just hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Y'all pause for a second. She don't get her earbuds so y'all can hear her better. So we can hear her fully. Give her thoughts on the finale.
Yes. You need more episodes, though.
You said what?
You need more episodes.
Definitely, because 9 was like not enough. I'm like 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Is that better?
You got your earbuds on?
Yeah.
We still hear an echo. I don't know. We still hear an echo.
Look, maybe I need to get some earbuds. Maybe it's me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all better hurry up.
But y'all see my bells behind me, honey. The bells.
I see.
The 6 bells, honey.
Hopefully that'll work. Let's try the volume. Is that better?
No, now it's better. Now I don't hear echo.
Okay.
That's better?
Perfect.
Yes, no echo.
Yes. Okay.
Now we start. Okay.
Okay. So we want to start with the season finale. I thought everything looked good. I think my part was the Tambra and Demond situation.
Mm-hmm.
So when y'all can start wherever y'all want to. When y'all get to that, that's when I plug in, because as a woman, I have a real problem with that. As a woman.
Well, I'm gonna start from the beginning, because it's really kind of like because it kind of picked up off of the whole blow up with Tambra leaving. So let's talk. So what were your thoughts on the whole situation with that young lady coming in, being invited by Marie to Marie's event, because she does Marie's events. Has been a planner for Marie's events for for over years, according to Marie. So
I'm going to say what I said in my review. I don't even know why she felt like she would want her to sit down and go over a timeline. Like I said, it's my timeline is I'm going home to my man. Okay, that's my timeline. That's it. Why would I have to go over a time like if Tamara believes Damon and she believes that he is like, I ain't talking to that lady, I know her, this isn't going on, it's his word against hers. At this point in Tamara's mind, he didn't do it. I'm not going over a timeline with somebody by my man. I'm not gonna do that. Ever.
That part.
Never. And then like I feel like Marie didn't know, but I feel like Letitia did know. Now Letitia could not give him a heads up a little bit, but I don't blame Tamara. I would have left too. I would have been out of there. I'm not about to talk to the help. Not gonna.
Oh, not the help.
Not gonna do it.
Oh, shade, honey. Mr. Evans, what are your thoughts?
Okay, I've said this from the jump. Now the streets say Taisha is giving 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, Dr. Seuss stories. They do not believe her. They don't take her serious. But to me, I do feel like if Tamara didn't even want to interact with her, then she should have just, to me, if I'm there first, I'm not leaving. Now, you can leave and we ain't got to talk about it. But I just didn't like, once she left, it opened the door for her to say all this stuff and she's not there to defend herself.
Because what does that mean that she was engaged? What does that mean? She's not engaged to Greedy. He hadn't given her a ring. So what if she was engaged? What does that mean? Does that mean she was engaged at the same time Greedy was talking to Taisha? Like, what does that mean? Because I felt like she was just pulling for straws at that point.
I mean, Miss Taisha wants to be a Belle. It's clear she's trying to get on the show. That's because y'all got that she was trying to get on the show. It was the whole point. And that Tamara and Greedy was a perfect segue for her because she knows both of them. As we learned, she knew both of them prior to the show. She's been around Tamara multiple times. And as I said, when the first episode aired, when she first came into Letitia's office, I said that as a woman, you know Tamara, you know her off the show. Why you hit Tamara up off the show? Why come on camera to get a moment to say this stuff to come at Camp Tamara so you can get the attention of Carlos so he can bring you on the show so you can be the pot stirrer and get some drama going with Tamara because Tamara doesn't really bother anybody. Tamara just didn't have drama last season. So now all of a sudden this woman come on the show and now you want to come at Tamara and say these things that you're alluding to a relationship with her man. It's like, girl, you're screaming thirsty, you want a moment, and Tamara didn't give you that moment. And I wouldn't give it a moment either because what you're not going to do is use me to get you a job on my show.
No,
you're not
absolutely
do that here.
not. Absolutely not.
So I would have left
too. My whole thing was like, I get it. Like she brought it up. Like it doesn't seem like Tamara and Damon were going together for years. It seems like they were off and on. So it's a possibility he could have talked to Taisha. I feel like he did. Okay. But I also feel like that was over. Like, why are you even bringing this up? Like, if you're not talking to him right now, like if y'all didn't just leave the house together, then why are you bringing this up?
I want to know what is, because she keeps saying we had an emotional connection. Since y'all either slept together or y'all didn't. Forget the emotional connection. Did y'all smash? That's what I want to know.
What is that?
It's in her head. I feel like she's giving to me like I'm in love with this man, but this man didn't love me. Because to me, I feel like she in her mind they had this type of connection, this love affair that in her mind she made up because he doesn't give me like he looked at her in that way at all. Like he was
That's
not
exactly
interested.
What that is.
He's giving me that she was interested and she wanted something more. And he shut it down. Was like, nah, we can be friends, but I'm not trying to go that route with you because she gives me like stalker vibes. Like she would pull up at his house, at a job, you know, sitting in cars waiting on this man to come. And now she gives me that energy, and I'm just like, girl, like you look crazy on the show. You look like you're really trying to make a man claim you. He's not gonna claim you, boo.
He's not gonna claim you. And he said it so many times, like at the runway show. Now, like on that confessional couch, it was a little bit much when he told me, "So I want to shut this down. I don't want to talk about it." No, so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it till I'm done talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But it was clear that his conversation wasn't like he was trying to protect Taisha. And I never got that from him. Because if it was me and I was saying, girl, yeah, I used to talk to him. And then he got on there and said, no, I would be done. That would be it. You wouldn't hear from me anymore. I'm out. I'm out.
Listen,
so what you're not going to do is make me look crazy.
I'm sure y'all get people sending y'all stuff because I get it. I had some people sending me stuff saying this is a pattern that she's had. She's gone after different men. I don't know if this is true. I've had other people send me stuff to say, no, she's really a sweet girl. This isn't her. But to me, it would have made sense to pull Tamara off to the side away from the cameras if you really wanted to hash this out. Don't come on this show and then saying, I got an emotional connection. Well, pandas have an emotional connection with their cubs, sis, but what is it?
Like, define that connection. Because I'm like, Miss Mama's, like, you coming on the show and you're really trying to get a spot and you thinking that, you know, you can tell she was being strategic because she also knows Letitia. But she didn't come for Letitia. She chose to go after Tambra because Tambra, to her, was an easier target. Let me come in here. Let me just throw something out here so I can spark some drama with Tambra, but Tambra was not here for it. Tambra didn't get any attention. As we seen when Tambra left, the lady opened her mouth, she did exactly what she was going to do. And I'm glad Tambra didn't say that and sit through that because literally you tried to comfort this woman and she was not there for you to really attack her with what you said. So I was glad Tambra did choose to leave because she, at this point, this lady is a nobody. She's irrelevant. So why are you around me?
And she took all her power away because what you're not going to do is, I'm not about to sit across from you and go back and forth with you about me.
At all.
I'm not about to do that. No, definitely not mine. Not the one I'm about to go to.
Hello. You know, child.
And so, like Sophie said right here, she was like, you think he was creeping? I'm sure at some point he was creeping.
He may have, could have been something, but I think that with Tambra, I think he genuinely cares for Tambra, and I do think that he doesn't want to hurt Tambra. I think that there is a genuine love there for this woman, and Tambra loves this man, and as a woman, she's gonna stick beside her man, like, period. Like, I rock with that. Stick beside your man. You trust him. Okay. He's telling you it ain't what it is. She's making it more than what it seemed. Because they could have been texting, it could have been like a flirty text, and she misread his energy. Because you can misread energy and misread, conversations as more than what it is. And she gives me that she may have misread his actions. He may have been nice to her. He may have been there for her when she was going through rough times. Right. And she started to develop feelings for him, but he didn't reciprocate it. In her mind, they had this emotional affair, emotional connection. But this man's not claiming you on national television. At this point, I'm not going to be trying to make a man claim me if he don't claim me. Like, I'm not. He can't. If he's not going to own me on TT and say, yeah, we did something, then I'm not going to keep embarrassing myself. Because now you look sad. You look pathetic.
And then I'm really happy that, and like I think all three of us feel like Damon and Tambra is a thing, right?
Yeah, definitely. My girl got her, got her man.
But my thing is this: Tambra has some steps that she wants to take, and this is my whole problem with that. Okay, my problem is that she's missing a couple of steps, because if he wants her to move in and be his woman and the mother of his kids, we're going to have to start at the beginning, where you become my husband and we have a home together and then we build a family. Like, that's her thing. But I feel like now, because she thinks it's a ring in the house, she's moving in.
Yeah.
And now, unless we see a proposal on this reunion, I'm going to be on this like a dog with a bone. I promise I am. I promise I am. Because I can't, because she's like, we have a ring, she's like, we're missing a step.
A step.
We're missing a big step.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to have done all of this, shaded Taisha, went through all this with Taisha to come out the winner and not get the full prize. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for her. I don't want that for her.
Something else that is interesting to me with Taisha is she's friends with Letitia, right?
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe, because if I got good friends and I'm messing with a dude, they gonna know who he is. I'm gonna know his social. So why now, even though he has the Damon greedy, why are you just telling Letitia, your good friend, that this is who it is after all this time? I don't understand that.
How she don't know that? How Letitia don't know that Greedy is Demond? I know all
Yeah.
my friends' nicknames.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like you got Greedy and Demond, so he has like an alias. So maybe she just didn't put. Maybe Letitia maybe her not thinking clearly. Because
Let me tell you something.
I'm a devil's advocate.
No,
maybe Letitia
I'm
just
from
has one of those
Jackson.
moments
I'm from
that
Mississippi.
she not
I'm
really
from
putting two
Okay.
together.
No,
like,
we don't do that in Mississippi.
Your world is this small. You know what I'm saying? You know.
In Jackson.
I mean, but maybe Letitia just didn't want to think that this man Grady is the same man as her friend. Like she maybe didn't want to just think that, so she kind of kept them separate.
King of Shade. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Hey,
King,
you know, she friends both of them.
King, I'm gonna let you have it. Let's just move on to the next.
Yes.
Let's go on.
We're gonna move forward to we're gonna continue in the clip. We see that Miss Akeisha decided to, show some loyalty, even though her and Tamara aren't in the best space, and she, gets Miss Mamas together and exit stage left. So what do you think about that whole moment?
As a friend, I thought that was good for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because what I'm not gonna do, like, if you're my friend, I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all just sit here, like she said, the side chick or whatever she referred to the Tasha. But I thought she was right. She was like, I gotta go. I'm not about to sit here and listen to this. Tamara's gone. I'm gone. I'm out. I thought that was a good friend move.
What you think?
I appreciate it because to me, that's how you know somebody is your real friend, even if y'all on the outs, if they don't throw you under the bus. So it made me just look at it like, even when you have an event and you have people that don't get along, because me and my friends have friends where we don't like each other, but we let each other know. But for her to leave, that speaks a lot about her character, even considering how everything is questionable about did Tamara say this or didn't. So I thought it was a good thing that she just left and was like, I don't want no parts of the decorator.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. The decorator. That's hilarious to me.
I really, feel like this is the only moment on the show where I actually like Akeisha. So shout out to Akeisha, because this is actually a moment where I can say she actually came across as likable, because she did show that, okay, I can be a good friend. So I definitely did enjoy seeing her be human, because, as this season I've been wearing her out. So this moment, I'm gonna give her props. You did. You stood by my girl Tamara. You stood by my girl.
Yeah.
You held it down as a friend. You walked and you left with her. So I rock with that.
Yeah. So she did, and I know she has her moment.
Ooh, a lot of
them. And I feel like, let me tell you something. Side note, I feel like she came in. If she had come in a different way, I think people would have had a different. I like Akeisha because I can respect somebody who speaks their mind and knows who they are. She knows exactly who she is. She knows what she can do. She got what it takes to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, does she put it out there? Maybe a bit much. Maybe
what's my sense? Okay.
Maybe more than people would appreciate it. But I like that she stands 10 toes down. I think her introduction to us was a little harsh, but I think Akeisha is, like, when I was listening to their podcast, she was supposed to be on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, I don't think that's where she should be. I
definitely not.
No.
That never would have worked. Never. I love The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I know that's not where she should have been. I know Belle Collective, but I think she's a force, and I think the women can learn. So this whole Belle Collective can be on a housewife level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting there. It looks good to me. It looks like housewife. You know what I'm saying? And I think she could humble herself a little bit. I think so, but it is what it is. But in that moment, she was a friend to Tamara, even though she and Tamara did not have the best situation. That was good.
I agree. Because I was not feeling Miss Akeisha.
I know.
So
I know.
That really made me look at her slightly different. Like, okay, she could be a good person. That's a heart somewhere deep in that dark center. There's a heart, she can be a good person. And I think that, she, like you said, she came on the show She came on. She should have came on like so Gucci. So Gucci came on and was just vibing it out. She wasn't coming on trying to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. I'm the self-proclaimed queen of Jackson, and you gonna know me. Like she didn't do that. She came on being cool. Like, hey y'all, what's up? I'm here to have a good time. Get to know y'all. That's how you do it. That's how you play the game. You come in. You get to know everybody first. Fill everybody out. Then you come back your next season. If you want to come in and bring the energy, then you can do it. But don't come in your first season and you not even know it. You get to know everyone. You come in all of a sudden with the viewers as well as the girls. So
see,
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
No, I don't. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I feel like all the ladies, whenever you meet somebody and you feel comfortable, you tell them who you are, what you have going on, right? I feel like if Akeisha would have came in season 1, it wouldn't have been a problem because everybody would have been familiar with her. But I feel like because she's confident in who she is, people already like kind of had their favorite Belle. So if somebody is like, "Ooh, I don't like Akeisha," that the crowd gonna flow with that because they used to Letitia, they used to Marie. But I don't know if it was the seed that Tamara planted or what, but I just felt like she was confident in who she is. She has what she has. To me, it's no different from Letitia talking about she's doing women empowerment brunches. It's no different from Marie talking about Hamilton and Davis, because we know at the end of the day, her certifications and credentials gonna speak for themselves, and she gonna give you Marie Monroe. So I just felt like it shifted from a lot of people looked at Marie as the villain, and it sort of shifted to Akeisha. Like I feel like I got to know Marie better this season, but I just felt like she came in confident.
And even though we like the drama, we like the business, and I think I'm like you with Marie. Like Marie was not my favorite. She was not my favorite, but this season. Like, to open them up, because I'm not going to even lie. When Carlos posted on Twitter that you've been asking about the bells in their back, my response was, who asked?
I did.
Who asked about it? Because I didn't.
I did. I was in his DM.
Because I didn't even know where they could go after that. Like, I had no idea where they could go. Like, I was like, what are you going to do? Like, we got Fair Street, Ghost Town, Brick Road. Where we going?
I get it.
But it's like you got some new life, because as sweet as Antoinette was, I mean, I fell asleep every time.
And that's why she's on the show.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got off.
Tiger shade. Ooh.
Okay.
The cheap spill something.
Where we going next?
Okay, we're going to Latrice and her brother. Latrice and her brother, Latrice and my brother having a conversation at his home. She's sharing some things with her brother about, her relationship, and she's her brother's like her sounding board. So she goes to him for his advice. So what y'all think about that scene with her chatting with her brother and then kind of getting his opinion on certain things as it pertains to her?
I feel like I'm just gonna sum it up like this: Latrice is 20 years younger than Cliff. She gonna forever be going to somebody's house. She gonna forever be leaving, because I'm gonna tell you that is a whole universe gap. Because if you sit there and watch them, like, I get it, like, he loves her, he takes care of her. Cliff has all of this world out there in Jackson. I get it. I get it. But when it comes down to, like, Mississippi and men from the South, like, he wants her to just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? He wants her to just have this baby. She is about her business. And right now, baby is not in the situation for me right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's too much for me.
I agree with soft fly care girl. She definitely married her father. She definitely, you can tell because of the issues with her father, she went looking for her father, and her husband is definitely giving like he's her father, and she even said that he yells at her like he's her daughter. Like, you know, that's her, like it's a father-daughter dynamic. When he yells at her, she feels like she's his child. And I said that last season. I said it's giving that, and she's saying that, you know, verify what I said last season. He definitely acts like he's her daddy. Tell her what she can and can't do, what he wouldn't want to accept from her. If she don't do A, B, C, and D, then she got to go. Like, that's what you tell your kids, not your wife. So
yeah, and then like he's like, you gotta have a baby. Like, you got baby. Like, you already got them. You got a girl. You got girls and boys. They don't make no other kind, so it ain't gonna be nothing new.
Nothing new. I mean, and I get him wanting more kids because he's getting older, so he wants a family with her because they don't have any children together. But she is not trying to. She ain't trying to have her shape, you know, be distorted by a child. Like, she's not trying to go through the process of childbirth. Like, I get it. She ain't trying. She's not trying to do that shit. She wants to wait until she has done everything she wants to do in her career when she actually gives birth to a child. Latrice doesn't give me the type that's gonna want to stay at home and nurse and diaper.
No,
diapers.
Not the way she had her stomach out. Not the way she had her stomach out the other day on that live. No, ma'am.
She's not the
girl.
No, it's not fair when, to me, men want a woman to have a baby and give up their career, because men don't have to do that. They take off a couple of days. The woman is recuperating. They off to their careers. She should have a baby when she wants to have a baby. And she shouldn't have to give up her career, because I feel like in a relationship, you still need your own sense of independence. You still need your own career, and you still need your own money. You never make somebody your everything and just say, I'm going to give up everything for you. So I'm with her for waiting.
And like when they were talking about it, you know, he was like, I thought it was really sweet when he said, you know, when you said I do, I took all your problems away. Okay, that was sweet. That was very sweet. I'm big on vows. Like, I get that. But at the same time, what's to say you gonna be here the whole time? That was her thing. Yep. You know what I'm saying? She's like, and then where she's come from. I get that. I don't want to just put everything I got into you. Then you get mad at me one particular day, and then you out the door. That's and then true. I got all these wigs sitting out here in the trunk. What am I supposed to do with this? Ain't nobody got nothing. No. Ain't nobody got.
No, and it's definitely about control too. I definitely like, he wants to have her at home because he really doesn't want Latrice out here, you know, selling hair. She doesn't want Latrice too far away from him. We know that he wants to keep her at eyes length because he doesn't trust. I get that he doesn't really trust her because she's younger and he thinks that she's going to be out there flirting with other men or trust other men around his wife. I feel like there's a trust issue with her being around other men without him being there. This man is an older man, so he's from the old school. Wife say the home cooks clean. That's where he comes from. So from that era. And Latrice is not that girl. She's not gonna be at home, wigless, braided up, cooking, cleaning, washing dishes. She's not that girl.
Trying to keep this together. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just like Love22 _ said, Latrice needs to be single. Like, this needs to be a situation where he just.
Hi, Miss Akeisha. Hi, boo.
Hey, Akeisha. Akeisha. The king is giving you love tonight.
A little love.
Look, so far.
So far. But I feel like it is a situation like that. Because when I saw her on her story, the way she had her stomach out, abs popping, she ain't ready.
She's not, and you know, and I get it. That's why I understand Latrice. Latrice is young. She's still young. She's still young and doing her thing. Like, she's not trying to be, you know, not right now. Like, I think in the future she will. But right now, she's still building her brand. She's still expanding her businesses. Like, she's not trying to be carrying no baby. She's just not trying to do that right now.
No,
not right now.
No. All right.
So, get to the next scene. Speaking of Miss Akeisha, we get to this, you know, the brunch, honey. She her brunch, her very own brunch. So, you know, let's talk about the brunch.
To Akeisha for having a successful brunch from the beginning to the end.
Yes.
We've never seen that. We've never seen that on Bell Collective. So it was nice to see it. I thought it was beautiful. And I thought it was smart to separate the ladies in their profession. You know, that was a good thing, but also separate these girls so they won't be collectively sitting here talking about my brunch too. So they had to sit with their professional situation. That's why she told Latrice to go sit with the beauty group or something.
Yes.
I thought that was great. So at the end, they collectively had come together and talked about it. And even Letitia had to just break down and say, this was great. You know, she came in this month. It's like a brunch, lunch, and whatever. It was beautiful, and it followed through. I was happy about that. I was just glad to see something successful, because I feel like on any show, whenever people sit down to eat, it never works out. It never works out. I was like, this is the wrong place. You got forks, knives, glasses, plates. It's crazy. Nobody ever has a successful lunch, but this was great. I loved it. I loved it.
What do you think?
I think what made it work, the difference from, because this was a luncheon versus the brunches, is that she had other professionals. Like from what we've seen with Letitia's brunches, it's like friends that she knows, it's people, but she had other women from other careers. She had a planner, because I had to be nosy and look up that planner. Trisha Smith Brown is the business. I looked at her Instagram, and everything on their screen, fabulosity. So when you have women connecting and how they were at the tables grouped together, like Millichun said, networking instead of just being friends, it really comes off as that. She even included the PowerPoint and had them all included. So it flowed better to me instead of just, you know, it's somebody we all friends and somebody gonna bring up who's sleeping with who, man. I loved it. I loved it.
And she called out like people in the show, like who were actually there. So it was a for real actual thing for Ferris Street. It was a stakeholders luncheon. So we finally got a chance to see something that's real about Ferris Street. Because I'm gonna tell you, and be honest, Letitia's like, I love Letitia. And after the episode, the final episode, I felt so close to her in that episode. So I have an affinity for Letitia, right? But my thing is, Letitia doesn't have any substance when it comes to what she's trying to do. And like, we only saw Letitia on Ferris Street with the councilman, and when he told her how much it was, we ain't seen her on Ferris Street no more. So
I mean, is that Letitia's fault? Is that her fault? I mean, you know.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
It's not. You. I mean, you can't really like.
Machine. I think that's a big machine. That's a great task, and I think that she doesn't. She can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she needs to just go and get herself together with Akeisha, and then hey, let's go.
Yeah, I think that Akeisha's brunch is very classy, and you know, I'm here for for Belle being inspired. You know, inspiration is everything, and you know, I love that she decided to do her own brunch, honey. You know, Letitia has done fabulous brunches. You know, last season her brunches were beautiful and fabulous. So, you know, being inspired to do it, you know, her own brunches, everything. You know, and I thought it was very professional. Now, what I will say is that the shade was real, honey, because you know Miss Letitia didn't have a name card, and I was like, okay, you know, you're doing a brunch, honey. That's very ghetto, you know, very tacky. Because Letitia did not do that to her, honey. She had a name card, had a place setting, and everything. You know, it's like wow. You know?
But here's the thing, though, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go a little bit for Akeisha for real, because I will say this: it went off without a hit. Letitia didn't know she didn't have a name card.
No, she didn't, and because Akeisha had to find her a spot, had to get one of the people which worked for her to put her somewhere.
Yeah,
you know,
so she came to the door. She fixed it. She fixed it.
I mean, you know, but I'm, you know, as a professional, as someone who, you know, clearly, you know, loves to read, honey, and you know, give her a commentary on people's brunches, I would think that she would have put more, you know, her eyeballs to make sure that everyone had a name card that you weren't there, because clearly you did not want. Either you did not want her there, or you didn't really take the time to really go over to make sure that everyone you wanted there to be at your event had a name card. Because that's like the smallest thing.
That has nothing to do with her.
Like, not have her. And she's the queen bee. Like, Letitia is the queen bee. So how dare you not have the queen bee a name card if you want her to be?
Wait a minute. What Carlos say? The fourth multiplier.
She's a girl. I guess so, honey.
I don't think that's her fault though. Like she rectified it before she
y'all gave Keisha crap about
the
plate. So
that's the only thing you found wrong. That's the only thing you found wrong I'm gonna give you a boost to keep reaching higher.
She gave it to me.
Let me
She
boost
gave
you
it to
up
people.
to keep reaching. No, I
It's
thought
she definitely found that part, because like that's the most important thing. When you go to somebody's event, you have a name card. Not she don't have a name card. Oh, let me hurry up and fix it, because she comes to the door, but she won't be looking like where am I gonna sit?
But
like that's like the first thing you do.
But
her place were clean.
Her place were clean. The place
they were clean.
Letitia
they probably
Letitia had a seat. It went off without a hitch.
It did. It was cute.
It was beautiful.
But she learned.
And it had weight. It had weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let's keep going. Let's just keep going.
But Letitia learned how to throw in her
season, honey. That's why we have a show Showbiz Collective, because of Letitia Pearson's brunches. That's why she's on the show.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, break it down.
Wait.
Carlos, Letitia's brunches.
Right now, let's get into it.
Yeah, so we can move along.
She has never
go first, Millichun. Millichun, you go first, and I'm gonna follow up. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Never had a successful brunch, and as much. Let's just call a spade. Marie has messed up every activity she's ever had. We've never seen.
Now you gonna put that on Marie? You gonna put
all
on like let's not we not gonna put it all on Marie, because there were people that started to mess with Marie, so we can't blame Marie herself solely on the brunch being ruined.
Okay, I'm your.
That's
friend,
not fair.
Right?
You gotta be fair.
Okay, I'm your friend, right? So you giving an event, right? I'm coming to support you as my friend, as your friend, right? Okay, Jay says, you know what, Millichun, I don't want to see you. I'm not fooling with you or anything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what, friend, I'm gonna leave because it's a problem. I'm just gonna ease out. That's what you do for your friend. You don't escalate the situation.
But she escalated everything that happened with Marie at those luncheons, where she tried to stop Miss Mamas, who's no longer on the show as well, who was friends with the lady that's not on the show this season. She started messing with. She tried to ruin Letitia's brunch, and Marie was being a friend and telling her to chill out and shift focus back on Letitia. That's what a friend does. She was clean. Yeah, she was trying to stop drama with that lady from the brunch.
Go ahead.
She did, and then the other brunch. I forgot what happened. Forgot the other brunch she had, but I know that one in particular. Marie was trying to stop the drama.
You talking about the brunch in the first season when they was dressed up in these Southern Belle outfits?
Yes,
and Marie came in there to ruin Latrice's business.
Well, no, actually, no. Let's clear it up, because Marie came to that first brunch looking like a Southern Belle as she is, and she came in doing her thing.
She did not.
Latrice and Dr. Antoinette Lyles decided to talk about Marie's hair. And then Marie decided to say something because now they're talking about my hair. Go back and watch it, because Marie said nothing to that woman until the woman was talking about her hair. And then she said, well, she's talking about my hair. Here it is. This is the hair I bought from Goddess Lens. This is what it looks like.
But it wasn't her hair.
But it was Latrice's hair. It was definitely her hair.
Listen, now you said Marie showed up looking like a Southern Belle, right?
So that's the thing.
Wait, let me tell you. Okay, for one, I think Marie is smart and calculated when she does the outfits and the wigs. That's attention.
Was calculated.
But for two, Millichun is from Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Jackson. I grew up in Jackson. I moved there when I was 14 and stayed there until 2016. Mm-hmm. Ain't no damn women in Jackson running around dressing like that at all. Let's be very clear. That is not Southern Belle.
But it was not about the women in Jackson. It was about Southern. It was Southern Belle.
That's not Southern Belle. They don't do that in Jackson. They do not do that. Marie knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
Multiple states that do that.
No. They might do that in Georgia. They might do that in Georgia.
But Letitia wanted to bring it to Jackson because she was hosting a classy event.
Okay, honey. All right. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Go back. Let's go back.
Okay. So let's go back to so the next scene is Marie, Letitia, the good friend that she is, and Miss Essie going to support Marie as she went to go find her mother. And you know, finding mom, which is a heartbreaking scene. What you think about, you know, the whole scene and then finding her mom at a crack house, and you know.
I'm gonna say what I said in my review. One thing about a mama is always gonna be a mama, right? And I feel like it broke my heart when her mother asked her for that $30. But when she told her to get on out of here, that was her being a mother. Like, I'm messed up, and I don't need you seeing your mama like this, and I need you to just go away. You know what I'm saying? She's in a mama business. Like, she may be out of her mind, but she knows who she is and who is for her. And she just didn't want Marie looking at her like that. That's why she told her to get out of there. That's how I got it. But it just broke my heart, you know. And I feel like Marie had the most growth in this season. For me.
Definitely. What you think about the scene?
This like Millichun said, this one made me see a different side to Marie this season. I like that all the ladies share personal stuff, and when I saw that, because I know that area she was in, and I know how it looked on TV, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" But it wasn't like, it's the hood, but it's not like you were about to get shot and killed. But I understand. And I really felt that moment, the love that she had for her mom, where I'm going to go knock on any door. I'm going to find you and do what I got to do. Because I would do that for my mom. So I'm glad that she got to shed a light on that. To even share that is big of her to me. So
that was
just to see her trying to help her mom and get her straight, that was like, that's the side of Marie I like and love to see. Besides, you know, at the end of the day, her certifications and credentials, they gonna speak for themselves. But I like seeing how she's balancing dealing with that and just even helping her son. You know, it's a lot. So to share that, I take my head off to her.
Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
You're okay. But this scene was like definitely like heartbreaking. You know, seeing her, you know, going to find her mom, and you know, her mom, you know, if you see, you know, definitely took a step back, definitely relapsed, you know, and it's unfortunate because Marie really wants her mom to get the help that she needs, because you know that's, you know, it's her mom. She doesn't want her mom to get hurt, or you know, get hurt and be out there all by herself, and you know, with around people that she doesn't know, and you know, it's dangerous. So you know, that scene when Marie actually, you know, talked to her mom, and she said her mom told her to get out, you know, to leave. You know, she didn't want her seeing her like that, and she didn't want the cameras to capture her, you know, in that moment. You know, nobody wants to be, you coming to see me, I don't want them seeing my child seeing me like this. So
that's right.
I definitely got the mothering. There was a mom moment. And
I think the most profound thing for me, as far as Marie goes this whole season, was when she was at the restaurant talking with her mom, and her mom said, "I'm addicted to drugs." That did something to me. Like, I was like, I wanted to get up and drive to Jackson and go hug Marie, because I was like, girl, what you gonna do after this? Like, what we doing? Like, what you need? Like, I will help you. It was just a lot. Like, it was just a lot. That was
definitely
a lot. That was a lot.
Definitely.
And Marie she's dealing with a lot this whole season. Like, her story, it was a lot for me. I was like, dang. You know, you think about her last season, how she was so rah-rah, but this season I felt like, because I had said before that this was like season 1 for me. And I had to come back and retract that, because I was like, you know, if we didn't have season 1, we wouldn't have these ladies now. But I felt like season 1 was so surface. And this season, we get exactly what we want as viewers. Like, we know, you know, we get in these people, we know these people. Like, your regardless how you feel about Marie Monroe, you have an affinity, you have a love for her some type of way. She may not be your favorite person, but at moments she's going to be your favorite person.
Oh yeah, and it's like, you know, Marie had to come to the realization, you know, that, you know, it's just nothing. She can't make her mom, you know, come get the help. Like, at this point, like, I can just love my mom, pray for her, and let her be. Because, you know, I'm glad Marie got to that point and realized I can't keep putting my life on hold and keep stopping my life because my mom is my mom's my mom. I can't make her. She's really ready to stop all I can do is just love her from afar. So I'm glad when we got to that point of realizing, you know what, I gotta keep living my life. I gotta keep, you know, doing what's best for me, and you know, and I can love my mom from afar, and I can check on her when I can, but you know, cause that's a lot, and she has a lot going on already, even her health. So that's an added layer of stress on Marie, you know. So it was definitely a heartbreaking scene to watch. Millichun, she's come back. Yes, you know, the next scene we get into is Latrice and her husband, and Latrice's husband cutting himself on his tree thing, cutting himself in the back. And they talked about, you know, her pregnancy, quote unquote, possible
Okay, I'm
pregnancy. She
back.
took a
My
pregnancy
bad.
test and all that. Oh, welcome back. So, what do you think about that scene? That scene, you know, find out that Latrice is not pregnant. Got the pregnancy test done, and you know, her husband almost killing himself.
I was so relieved.
You said you was relieved.
Not you relieved.
I was like, God, please. Latrice cannot be pregnant right now. Like, we cannot have this.
Okay. And she didn't want to be pregnant either, honey.
I'm not ready, because we were going to have to go over there and help Latrice raise this baby, because she is not.
Okay.
Did you see how she was holding that baby at the baby shower?
Like,
yes.
She ain't ready. No.
So what do you think about that scene? What, you know, about the scene and him talking and him, you know, still wanting a baby, and him, you know, saying to her, you know, that, you know, we definitely gonna have a child next year. Giving her a year, giving her a basically timeline.
No, I don't.
I think it's a lot. I think that's a lot for her.
I don't think she should have a baby.
I don't either, because she's not. That's not her thing. You know, everybody's not. You know, does not
maternal.
always get the mom thing. You know,
everybody's not maternal. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, I'm a mother. I have a daughter, and honestly, for me, if I didn't do anything else in this world but have her, that would have been all I needed to do, because that's all I ever wanted to do. When I saw her hold that baby, I said, this is not Latrice. And I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. I was like, this is not her thing. Because every woman, and see, this goes along with that 20-year universal age gap. Every woman doesn't want to have a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every woman doesn't want to be a mother. Latrice is on a journey. She is building an empire. And she just, like she told him, she said, I just want you to be a husband. That's all she wants.
That's it. But yeah, he's older. He's an older man. You know, he's an older man. And he's on that old school era. He wants more children. He wants a big family, and he wants kids with her.
Okay.
I don't think you should have his ways.
I mean, that's what he wants.
This is my problem with that. Okay, he's older. He wants a big family. What a family is, because they all need to be in the house. Because you need to be over there with your family. You need to be over there with your kids. If you want all these kids, be over there with them.
But he wants he wants children with Latrice. He wants a child, and I mean a child with her out of her womb. You know.
I think she should not have a baby with him, because I feel like this: if a couple already has stuff that's not right before the baby, it's not gonna make it better when you have the baby, and your child doesn't need to see the conflict, or you trying to sort it out, or 1 minute you got to leave the house, the next minute somebody got to come back. You should both have a baby when y'all are both ready. And if y'all got differences now, it's not going to be no better with a child.
Let me tell you something. If Latrice still leaving the house and going to stay with her brother, she ain't ready. She ain't ready for the marriage. That's crazy.
Yes.
It is.
I mean, I will say this. I've been married before. I will say this. Whatever problems you have before you get married, it's 10 times worse when you sign the paperwork. It magnifies. It's something that happens with the paperwork. I don't know what it is. It changes people. You do not
promise.
I'm sorry. It just does.
I've been married before. I got a divorce. And before I married my ex-husband, I told him, I can say I do and I can say I don't. And like Millichun said, once we were fine until we got married and we were actually on paper, I would wake up like, who are you? Because this ain't who I said I do to. So I had to go before a judge and say I don't. It's a lot.
It is a lot, you know.
And I don't think he listens to Latrice. And that's a big thing. He doesn't listen to his wife.
Because she looks at her like a child.
Because she's telling him what she's afraid of. Every episode.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't, because it's a 20-year universal gap.
The age difference. Yeah.
Definitely the age difference plays a lot, because like I said before, he looks at her as a child. He's a daddy, so you're gonna do what I tell you to do. I want babies, give me my babies. That's all I care.
And then what you gonna do with them? What you gonna do when I give them to you?
He gonna make her watch him.
You out here working in the woods getting your head cut off. What you gonna do?
He gonna make her watch him.
But he got to think like this. Your wife is younger than you. You know, I hope you stay around for a long time. But what if something happened to you? So now she has to raise a baby by herself. And to me, the older men they become more stubborn and they do not like to listen. So I damn sure don't need a baby with you when we can't sort it out now.
You know, all we can do is just hope for the best for Latricia, her husband, and and hopefully they can just let everything go for now and just think about it. Not next year, because he said next year they're gonna have a baby. Like he let her know next year we having this baby.
And she made that face like
Latrice is on birth control and ain't never getting off. And she better not ever forget. And Zaddy ain't gonna know nothing about it. She gonna be like, I'm taking vitamins, and she taking vitamins every day. So, go ahead.
We're gonna get to the last scene with my girl Letitia and her husband Glenn and their therapy session, and we have some revelations on some emotional moments.
Let me get it.
So, tag.
Okay. All right. First of all, I totally felt so close to her at that moment, because people ask me all the time, like, what? Somebody asked me, like, I'm getting married, what is some advice you can give me? And I was like, one thing about it, you have to grow with your partner. The person you marry is not going to be the person 5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn is caught up in him doing whatever he's doing. Letitia took a moment to say, you know what, I'm going to protect myself some type of way. Even if that means I'm about to move in this double wide with my baby and my mom. I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot to move back home with your mom, with your kid. You know what I'm saying? And now you just mad because your wife actually left. And now your depression is, you're depressed because you cheated and your wife left for her betterment. And then, what did he say to myself? You couldn't recognize my
that
depression?
He was depressed. Yeah.
How would I know that?
He was gaslighting her, and I didn't like it.
You're over there depressed with whoever you with, or whoever the baby mama is that you might have.
Yes.
He was definitely gaslighting her. I didn't like the gaslighting. He tried to make her feel like she did something wrong, like it was her fault. The reverse psychology. Well, I was going through depression. You weren't there for me. It's like, sir, how would she know when you going through a depression if you don't speak? You don't express yourself to her.
If you came home, I would be there for you. If you came home. If you didn't maybe have a baby out here, I will be there for you. I'm right here. And
look,
what's so hurtful for me is that she wants to be with Glenn.
Yes, she does.
She loves that man.
She loves.
But I'm gonna agree with her mama, because the mamas won't lead you wrong. When her mama said he's slicker than Oprah, Glenn is a master manipulator. You wouldn't be depressed if you weren't out here cheating on your wife. She wouldn't have had to leave you. So don't come in this session talking about, I'm depressed and I need. No, you made your bed, lie in it. Don't make it about you. When she told him it's a privilege to be with me, I felt her in that scene, because that was real.
She was reclaiming her words.
And don't get depression. Like, I think he's using the word depression to cover up for the word embarrassed, because that's what it is. He was just embarrassed that she actually left. So now the whole thing is to get my wife back. I need my wife back in the house because she left me.
Yeah, because the thing is, there has been issues before this, and Letitia has tolerated them for so long. So now, actually, finally taking a stand and saying, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't take it anymore. I'm not going to keep allowing you to do certain things. And I look over him and give you keep giving you chance after chance. Now I'm going to show you And I'm really being what I say, and there's consequences for your actions, as Mr. Starhill 2K says. So she showed him that by leaving and taking his son, and now he wants to use this whole reverse psychology, gaslighting thing to make her feel like she did him wrong, that she neglected him. No, man, no, sir, she did not neglect you. She didn't neglect you at all. She was there for you.
Then at the end of the show, people, at the end of the show,
again,
she has moved into the house and he's
back home,
still texting women.
Still texting, honey.
I can't. Look, and I don't understand. Maybe from the time I grew up, the woman never left the house. You put the man out and you let him come back. I need Letitia and Latrice. Y'all stop leaving y'all house. Y'all put them out.
But do you know how bad it got to be, though?
It got to be bad, but
it got to be bad. For you to just be like, you know what? I'm out this bitch. I can't do this shit no more.
You make them leave. But I'm ready to see, is this baby gonna be Glenn's, because this too much.
Okay, is this child here so we can get some type of resolution, resolve, so teacher can sign them papers and leave him alone, whatever's gonna happen.
Because at this point in life, it's different. Like, you can take everything you want to take, and sometimes he won't leave. Because he won't leave because he don't want his wife to go. So you know what? Let me pack my stuff up and let me get out.
Because Glenn definitely giving that he was not leaving the house.
Oh, he wasn't going nowhere.
So he was not going nowhere.
He was not going
nowhere. So Tisha had to go.
But to me, like, this on my auntie, this is the realest thing she ever told me. Somebody will only do what you allow them to do. So I really feel like men, to me, women, I always feel like are smarter than men and more mature. A woman can have a baby at 20 and stop clubbing, and she's all about her baby. Yeah. Most men, to me, don't really mature until they 35. So if Lynn is past 35 and it's all you got to give, sis, run for the hills, baby, because he ain't gonna change.
Add 10 more years on to that.
And then they got married young. They got married out of high school, so like they've been together a long time. And
no, and see, and I think that's I think that's crazy.
And see that to me, like it can either go one or two ways. What we see now with him cheating, this cheating stuff, or them not having them not having issues. And sometimes getting married that young, he is not experiencing one but Letitia. So when him being away and working like he worked, that opened the door for temptation, because he was having to leave and go outside the state to do his job.
But she's so in love with him because this is her high school sweetheart. She's been in love with this man since the beginning, so she can't see nobody else. But because he has only seen her, and then he get out there wrapping them ropes around them steel poles. Like, you know what? Okay, let me see. Okay.
Yeah, it's only like, okay, it's some stuff out here that I didn't experience yet,
But to me, I never tell nobody leave or stay. What I will say is look at what you can and can't deal with. And if it ain't changing and he's still breaking your heart, just because y'all got a baby together don't mean y'all got to be together. Like when he said, well, my dad wasn't there for me and I want to be there for my son. Glenn, stop. You don't have to be married to be a parent. So this man has more excuses than anybody I know. Y'all do not have to be together, and that does not stop you from being a father to your child.
But if he wants to change the narrative, Glenn. Just stop what you're doing. Just be Letitia's husband. Be there for Letitia and your son. Be the change that you're talking about.
That part, be the change.
Because the fact that you out here texting women again, I'm gonna tell you something. I said something in my live today. I need to know how close is this. This how close I need to be not going to prison. That's how close I need to be. That's how close I need to be. Because that wouldn't need to happen. Child. He is crazy.
Letitia mama said it. He's slicker than boiled okra. I'm gonna agree with Miss Mama, baby.
And when we get into these episodes, you see how he flipped the script on her at that birthday party. I know we're gonna talk about that later, but we'll talk about it later.
But the reunion is coming up, 2 parts. Are you excited? To see these bells get together and just have it out.
Yes, I'm ready, because there's some stuff that need to be addressed. We need to get down to the nitty gritty what really happened with Tambra said. We need to hash out Letitia and Akeisha, and then I thought Marie and Latrice were cordial, but we see again, baby, it's kicking off.
It's smart.
And I need to know about this baby. Like, we need to know about this baby.
Yes. I'm gonna come back because you got 20 seconds. I'm gonna come back and start new live so I can say this part. So we'll be back, you guys. Come back. We'll be right back.
Y'all come right back. We'll be right
All right.
here.